Hello everyone, Truckies Danger Money, day 13. We have the Truckies Danger Money petition, and this sheet here will actually contain today my 1000th signature, so that's very good. Only got a couple to go, which won't take me very long. Thank you everybody, and congratulations to all the members out there. Of course I do have my Young and Land shirt on today. Did a lot at Young and Land for a few years. Used to work with all the boys out there, of course. Got plenty of mates out there, George and his wife and all them fellas out there. And Barry's a real good fella. He's got lots of boys there. He's got his sons working there, Ben and Robbie down in Melbourne. They're good boys. We were on the drink plenty of times years ago. Had a good time on the road, looked after each other. It's very good. Also Youngie, he's a good mate. He's got a good missus and that. They always looked after me very good, which is good. They had a big show out there. Of course, it's all land now, which is very good. They got probably hundreds of blokes working there, which is really good. A lot of them would remember me, not like me, of course, which is very good. All shout out to all the land boys this morning doing their pickups and their drops. And of course, when you got a road train on for land, you can have a lot of drops, which we all know because they go everywhere and they're very efficient. Well, they do a lot of drops, which is very good. And all them boys out there in South Australia and that, they know a lot of the people that they deliver to because they deliver all the time, which is good. Keeps the community connected from up in Toowoomba there and Brisbane and, you know, where Young and Land have got their main depots, and of course they're all land now, of course. So yeah, the petition is out there, people, and it's very, very successful. Of course, here is my personal folder with my one or two more signatures for my 1000, which is very good. Thank you everybody that signed it. It's very good. We are going to Alice. It's coming up. It's going to be very, very exciting. And, you know, there's a lot of chatter on the net about, oh, this fella's doing it for his mates and that, and trying to get everyone to go up to Alice Springs, which of course is what I am doing, in support of my petition, and in support of all you champions and legends out there today watching this on your iPhone or your computer. Got home and from a big night and kept it safe. You might have seen something that was bad, and you know, it's good that that only happens a small amount of the time compared to how many trucks are on the road at all times, of course. And that's because the truckies of Australia are professionals and keep my mates safe out there by being professional and looking after each other, of course, which is what mates do. Your mate's got a blown tyre a lot of the time. You go sailing past and you don't think a second of it, but you know, something could happen to him, and if you weren't there to help him, like if you got trapped or something, of course. And that's a lot of the reason why in the old days you'd get 20 trucks pulling up to a broken down one, because it was so dangerous back then. Also because the technology wasn't as good and there were a lot more breakdowns, and that's when people get injured, when they're there by themselves and they don't have help. And that's unfortunate, and that's why another reason I believe in the truckies deserve danger money, of course, because you may have an accident and be stuck there a long way from help, or a long wait until help finds you. And that's why it is so dangerous, because yeah, there's little accidents in the city and that, but out there in the middle of nowhere, which there is a lot of here in this country, those boys and ladies deserve danger money in their award system. And that's just another good argument, of course. Anyone like to challenge me on that? Quite happy to have a challenge on that one. So, yep, very good day today, day 13, everyone. Please download the petition or show someone the petition today, and in supporting me for getting 1000, because of course I have shaken 1,000 people's hands in that time, 12 completed days. This is day 13, so Hopefully I can crack about 5,000 personally. That's what I'm kind of hoping for Alice, but of course it does cost a lot to print petitions. But I'll continue to sink a bit of coin into it. See how we go. It's going very successful, everyone, so I don't see why money, which I'm talking about, danger money, should really come into effective pressure on me to slow down my petition at all. But of course I'm not going to put my life savings into something that I already said would fail, which is what a lot of people do when they come into the transport industry, because they don't have much support, they go broke. And it's a very cutthroat game, and that's what happens. The big ones eat up the little ones, and that's what happens in nature and in our industry. But of course, you can make the pool a bit more balanced and keep the livestock going to optimum performance in any industry, and that includes the actual people that are the transport industry, the men and women, of course, as I've said, that deserve danger money to keep recognition for their effort to society and to the domestic people of this country, and to international people that we supply our goods to. It all helps to lower the cost of that to our overseas buyers, because it doesn't cost so much, because you're not losing so much in insurance, and the list goes on and on. And of course, yeah, there's plenty of arguments against me, and it's very, very good to have mates, as you know, and a couple of boys that did disagree with me. They are my mates, and they've come back here to Truckies Danger Money, and that's very good, because I know that we might have differences, and of course we can agree on that, is that yous are champions and legends to me, and to me yous deserve it, whether you support me or not. And that's my position. I've got a lot of people backing me up on that, and you boys that come and go as you please, which is very good, of course, because no one's forced to stay here. We're just mates, you know, and you're busy and everything else. Doesn't mean you don't love me. I know that, and that's why we are such good mates in the transport industry, is because you will put your life on the line for your friend, even though you may not know him. He might just be another truck driver out there, and you're following him, and something happens, and it's up to you to assist that person in their health if they are injured, of course, and to protect their families in doing so, because without that member in our industry, of course, it takes away their experience, and it hurts the community through the family, of course. It flows all through the schools and the kids, and it just goes on and on. So that's why I've got no argument in recognising the people that sacrifice their lives and put it on the line, of course, and the boys that have come back agree with me on that. So that's very good. Nearly at 1,100 people, which is very good. Very happy with everyone's efforts. I know it takes time to sit and watch me videos and hear me say that everything's all good, but of course it's for my petition, and it's not here to make me anybody. I'm just a concerned member of the community, and I'll do this because these are all my mates out there on the road, of course. So make sure your straps are tight and your chains are all tied to your rail and stuff like that. Zip tie here and stuff like that, make it look all tidy. And then things that you know are moving around, and that it only takes 5 minutes to do a strap up or throw an extra rope on it, or an angle, and just because that's what you have to do when you're rolling physics at 100 kilometres an hour at high tonnage, of course. And you're all champions for all the things. I know I've seen plenty of times fellas up on the load in the dark trying to tie it down properly because it's smooth, because as we know the roads are all shocking and that, and you know, a car might jump in front of you and you've got to slam on the brakes, and it moves, and then you've got to try and hold that, and that's just another reason why it is so dangerous, because yeah, you've got to climb up on the load in the dark, or you've got to climb under the trailer, and when it's raining and there's a lot of heat and stuff from the brakes, something's wrong, you're climbing under to have a look. And you know, you have to have protective gear to do that, and that just shows the professionalism of the men and women, of course. I haven't shouted out to a lot of people, so I will now. Got a good mate, Peter Hewitt, down in Dubbo there. Everyone knows him as Car Wash. He's a great fella. He supported me and my good mate Ben McLennan when we were kids. He used to wash trucks at Pogger Money. And Car Wash was a really good bloke to us kids when we were growing up. And of course, he's got a 908 or a 909, a blue one. It's very nice. And I see him a lot up and down the road. And of course, he had Wayne Gardner's old Freightliner, and before that he had a ex-Ablett's W model that was just beautiful. And the way he looked after that W model was just fantastic. I think in the 4 or 5 years that I was working there, he never copped a defect on it or anything like that, because he was always underneath it every weekend greasing it when I was there washing Grant's trucks as a kid. And he used to take me and Ben on trips to Sydney and that, and do drops, and a lot of other fellas as well, who of course this shout out goes to all them boys down there. And you know, Des Henryhan, I went to school with Des Henryhan. His father was building freight trailers in Dubbo there, and there's a lot of people that I know as a kid whose parents are in the transport industry and got a lot of trucks, and they've always been very kind to me. So thank you to all them families out there, and the Knight family, of course, Bobby Knight. Big shout out to his family, and I feel very sorry for you. Of course, I've got 2 mates called Bobby Knight, so that makes it very difficult, of course, because that was a big hurt to the industry for that to happen, and that's very, very unfortunate for him and his family. And there's people out here that remember him every day, and it hurts them, and I'm one of them as well, because he was such a top bloke, and my other mate Bobby Knight is a top bloke as well, which is very good. So, but they're all champions out there today, all you guys and ladies doing your thing. Make sure you get your paperwork signed. There's nothing worse than going up the road and thinking, oh, I forgot to get them to sign it, because you're shaking hands and stuff after you've done your delivery, and it's that last thing that sometimes you forget. So make sure you got that. Also, just remember to tell all the excavator drivers and stuff that you see today, and the forkies and that, oh, we've got this petition, you can sign it and stuff like that. If you're out there, if you got a second, of course, it takes a lot of time just to go and get a coffee. So, and you lose that time, of course, on the road, and every single second counts in your day, as we know, talked about before. So that's why it's good just to sing out 40 and say, hey, there's this mad bloke talking about danger money for truckies, and you should see him. He's off his head and all that, which of course is very good, because I'm not. It's just, this is me normal, and I'm just very happy about having a lot of mates at the moment, because of course I'm not very well. This makes me feel very good. So thanks everybody. Have a safe day out there.